Just looking at that picture back there, it's probably time to update that a little bit.
Well, we're trying to figure out, I didn't remember any buildings being out in left field, but that is an old one. The stadium wasn't expanded, even the football stadium, so it's got to be somewhere 07, 08. So.
Let's talk about for Dan to have the 2 seed, what does that mean for this program and where this program has come?
Well, you've all seen it with your own eyes, just like I have. What a remarkable job he's done. He's, in my opinion, he's second to none. He does it year in, year out. He's a true, I think, definition of he doesn't ever rebuild, he reloads. Those are all comments that many people much smarter than me said many years before, but it's the truth. He keeps going, the next guy up is ready to go, and all the cliches fit here with this program. And a lot of programs we have that doesn't fit. But this one, it's really special, and you can just see the type of attitude, the way these young men handle their business, the way the coaching staff handles the business, how loose they are. I mean, it's great for our community, it's great for our university, but most importantly, I think it's great for these young kids that get the chance to go through this program.
All the players talked about what atmosphere there is here in the postseason. For you to kind of get out here and see it at Jim Patterson Stadium, what's it like for you to watch that?
Oh, it's remarkable. It really is. I think ever since we moved the stadium down to this corner, it's been a real benefactor. I think the community really blossoms, and it really flourishes, and I think the excitement levels at a fever pitch. And I'm not just saying it from my opinion, which you know is biased. You talk to ESPN when they're doing the games, they say this is their favorite place to do a game at. They love coming here, and it's just great to see the atmosphere, see people sitting on the houses, on the cabooses in the outfield, and just lining the right field and left field line, and being in the outfield and the playground. It's just a great atmosphere, and I encourage everybody to get a chance to see it, because that should be, pretty soon it's going to become a bucket list item for people.
I asked Dan about building that college baseball culture, but you think back before, maybe when you first started, the spring was Derby, and that was about it. And it seems like over the years in this stadium, with all the big games, it's kind of grown, and people have kind of gotten into that, what college baseball is in the spring. Would you?
Well, first of all, it's a great event. I mean, college baseball is fantastic. There's a lot of people in my position that'll tell you around the country it's the best sporting event there is getting Omaha. It's better than the Final Four. It's better than bowl games. That's obviously up for argument to anybody. I think they're all terrific. They're all tied for first, in my opinion. But it's very, very special. And to see, he's kind of made this is like a national 2-week holiday around Louisville for college baseball. And I think it's just fantastic. But it's all a credit to him. It all starts at the top. He came in with an incredible vision. He came in knowing what he wanted to get done and how he was going to get it done. I remember my very first time I met with him. I took him over to Churchill Downs, and we were going to show him the racetrack and all that. And there was a race going on. He could care less about the race. He wanted to show me his book and show me all the things that were in it. And everybody, you've all come to know Dan very well. He's extremely detail-minded, and everything he said, he's just really expounded on.
What kind of a book was that? Was it like his blueprint, or what?
Yeah, it's his blueprint. It was a big one, though. It's a big book. I certainly wasn't going to carry it around. I was trying to pick a winner, and he could care less.
Of all the guys you've hired, I mean, he's one that has to go near the top of the list, and I know other people have come after him. I know there's some jobs open right now. Texas just came over, and there's some rumblings they might come after him. Do you have to fend people off for him each and every year?
Well, first of all, if you're an athletic director at our level, and you've got an opening, and you don't have Dan McDonald on top of your list, you're not doing your job. So, I know that's coming. So it's my job to do everything in my power to keep him here, because not only is he a terrific coach, I think he's as good a baseball coach maybe that's ever been in the game. And I grew up with Rod Dato out at USC. I mean, I know the reputation he had. But what Dan's been able to do here at a northern setting, and believe me, that northern setting is not to be taken lightly. I was on the baseball committee for 5 years, and I remember how difficult it was just to get teams into the tournament that would commit to it. And I know, Spence, you came from Big 12 country to Nebraska. That was really the breakthrough team to get in. And what he has done is unbelievable. But the type of person he is, I think that's what attracts everybody to him. But I will promise you this, I will go down fighting to keep him, because I think he's turned himself into an icon in this community. Not one that he wants to be. He doesn't want to do that. He's a legend. The job he's done, I think, is second to none. And, I think there's just a handful of coaches. But I don't ever want to get in a position, and where I'm not answering your question, that pick who our best coach is, because we got so many great ones. And the great thing about this university and this athletic department, and probably my proudest moment as an athletic director here, is how all of them are so close together. How they all pull for each other. They all believe in each other. They all support each other, whether it's men or women's sports. And they all want the other one to do much better than they do. So that's, I think, the epitome of having a great program.
He's had obviously a ton of success. You've been to Omaha a couple times, but is this team maybe top to bottom, as good as he's had?
Just from my eye, and certainly I don't have as good an eye as Dan does or his coaching staff, but this to me looks like the best built team we've ever had. I thought last year was too, but you all know it's baseball. Baseball resembles golf in a lot of ways. That ball sometimes goes, well, mine goes out of bounds a lot, but it's sometimes it just doesn't take the right turn for you, and so we just got to try and do our due diligence. The one thing they'll do is they'll scout the opponents. They're working, I know, incredibly hard on that right now, and as we speak, and I'm sure Dan had a really good idea who was coming here anyway in the first place.
He said before the one key factor of his success here is Roger, and obviously now Eric. I mean, just talk about being able to keep the three, because we talk about Dan getting another job. I know people want Roger all the time.
Absolutely,
keeping those guys
and
together.
they want Eric too. It wouldn't surprise me if all three of them get big time offers. Dan, he's always going to have offers, whether it's the LA Dodgers or University of Texas, whomever comes after him, I'm going to put a big fight for it. I'll put up a big fight because I think this is a great fit for him, and I think you've all heard me many times in all my hires. Fit is as important to me as anything. Obviously, they've got to have the talent, which he does. They got to have the great ability, but he's a terrific fit in this community. He's built this into something really, really special, and I think that people, they've taken notice of it. And like I said, if you're an athletic director, you're not doing your job if he's not top of your list.
Tom, not a lot of schools have the commitment to baseball like you do. I think Dan is really appreciative of that. How appreciative, does he show that to you, or how does
Oh yeah, we're very close friends, and Dan knows I want all our sports to succeed. I really do. I don't think I do any more for one than I don't do for the other, because I want them all to succeed, because I think that's how we built our brand. We built a brand here by having 23 great sports across the board, and I think it proved out by us getting in the ACC because of it. I want to give him everything he has of a resource, and like I've always said, you hire great people, you give them what they need, and then get the hell out of the way, and that's what I've tried to do. Just let them do it, and I get a chance to enjoy it.
Speaking of building the crowds you've had, I mean, I know how you like to have cranes all around different things. I mean, is there the thought here to doing something else?
Oh yeah. Well, the good thing about having these games, and he's been to a lot of games, is Mr. Patterson will be sitting right next to me, so I got to keep nudging him. But yeah, we do have plans that we want to start looking at this one. I want to get the football one going though first, and I think we've worked very, very hard for that. And our development staff and my son Mark and that, I want to make sure that I don't overload them too much. But if we can get the football one out of the ground, then this will probably be the next one we'll start looking at again, because we're going to have to. Even during some of our midweek games, some of our weekend games this year, we've had overflow crowds, which is great to see. And it's a great problem to have.